The first warning arrived as static. Every satellite orbiting Earth briefly lost signal before emergency frequencies exploded with screams from the outer colonies. Commander Elias Ward stood inside the Lunar Defense Network, staring at broken transmissions from New Carthage, humanity's largest settlement beyond Mars. The images arriving across military screens showed burning cities, shattered hospitals, and black warships descending through clouds of smoke. Millions were running while towering alien soldiers marched through the streets with mechanical precision. The invaders were the Dravari Dominion, a civilization feared across known space for erasing weaker species that resisted their expansion. Their message followed minutes later. Earth has occupied resources claimed by the Dominion. Your colonies are now property of the Dravari. Surrender your military authority and accept protectorate status. Resistance will result in extinction. For decades, humanity had avoided conflict. Earth joined interstellar alliances peacefully, traded technology openly, and tolerated constant insults from older empires who considered humans primitive newcomers. When pirate kingdoms attacked human freighters, Earth negotiated. When alien governments seized human miners on false charges, diplomats secured their release quietly. Humanity became known as reasonable, patient, and forgiving. The Dravari mistook that patience for weakness. President Amara Hayes entered the underground war chamber beneath Geneva as silence consumed the room. Advisors expected another diplomatic response, another desperate attempt to prevent galactic war. Instead, the president placed a sealed authorization cylinder onto the table. Activate Judgment Protocol. Several officers froze. Judgment Protocol was humanity's forbidden contingency plan, designed during the first years of faster-than-light exploration. Its existence had remained hidden even from most governments. The protocol assumed one terrifying possibility. Someday another civilization would force humanity to stop pretending restraint was permanent. General Marcus Vale finally spoke. Madam President, once activated, there is no return. Hayes looked toward the burning colony footage still playing across the chamber walls. Children cried through collapsing streets while Dravari ships executed survivors attempting evacuation. They destroyed our world first, she answered coldly. New Carthage was humanity's future. Now the galaxy will witness what happens when humanity loses mercy. Within hours, every human colony received identical orders. Return home immediately. All non-human vessels approaching Sol space after 72 hours would be destroyed without warning. Across hidden bunkers beneath Earth, ancient machines awakened silently tonight. For the first time in centuries, humanity stopped asking the galaxy for peace and began preparing absolute retaliation. 72 hours later, the Dravari Dominion arrived at the edge of the solar system expecting surrender. Supreme Warlord Tarek commanded nearly 600 warships, each carrying weapons that had conquered entire civilizations. His fleet surrounded the outer planets confidently while galactic news networks broadcast the invasion live. Across thousands of worlds, audiences waited to watch humanity collapse. Instead, Earth remained silent. Deep beneath the Pacific Ocean, enormous metallic doors opened slowly as humanity's hidden fleet rose from underground oceanside hangars. Admiral Naomi Pierce stood aboard the battleship Resolute while thousands of vessels emerged around Earth, Mars, Luna, and Titan simultaneously. None resembled traditional warships. Their surfaces shifted like liquid metal while massive reactors glowed beneath armored hulls. For 2 centuries, humanity had secretly transformed every scientific breakthrough into military technology. Public trade vessels and defense cruisers represented less than 1% of Earth's actual strength. Humanity never trusted the galaxy's promises of peace. They simply hoped preparation would never become necessary. Warlord Tarek finally received Earth's response. You crossed humanity's final boundary, Admiral Pierce transmitted calmly. Withdraw immediately, or your fleet will cease to exist. The Dravari commanders laughed openly across communication channels. Tarek ordered the invasion to begin. The stars vanished. Without firing visible weapons, human vessels altered reality itself around the Dravari armada. Artificial gravity wells crushed destroyers into microscopic fragments. Entire cruisers accelerated through time, rusting into dust within seconds. Some ships folded inward impossibly before disappearing from existence entirely. Others simply froze motionless as the laws of physics stopped functioning around them. Panic consumed the Dravari fleet immediately. Warlord Tarek watched helplessly while centuries of military dominance vanished within minutes. Human technology exceeded every known scientific theory. Earth had weaponized gravity, time, quantum energy, and atomic structure itself. No shields resisted the attacks because the attacks rewrote reality directly. 15 minutes after the battle started, only Tarek's flagship remained operational. Admiral Pierce appeared across his command screen. Her face showed neither anger nor satisfaction. "You slaughtered civilians believing humanity feared war," she said quietly. "The truth is far worse. Humanity understands war completely. That is exactly why we avoided unleashing it upon the galaxy until today." Behind her, thousands of additional human warships continued emerging endlessly from concealed shipyards. As surviving broadcasts spread across nearby systems, ancient empires suddenly realized humanity had hidden enough power to erase civilizations without suffering meaningful resistance from anyone anywhere. News of the Dravari fleet's destruction shattered the balance of galactic power overnight. Governments that once mocked humanity suddenly closed borders, recalled military patrols, and demanded emergency negotiations. Entire civilizations feared Earth's next decision more than any supernova or plague. Humanity had revealed capabilities beyond imagination, and nobody knew where those capabilities ended. President Amara Hayes addressed the galaxy exactly 24 hours after the battle. Every communication network across known space activated simultaneously as her image appeared above cities, stations, and command centers. Even isolated systems received the transmission instantly, proving humanity controlled technologies other species barely understood. For 200 years, Hayes began, humanity pursued peace while enduring humiliation, attacks, and betrayal. We believed cooperation could overcome fear. The destruction of New Carthage proved otherwise. Behind her appeared images of devastated colonies and millions of civilian casualties. The Dravari Dominion believed mercy meant weakness. They believed restraint meant fear. Today their empire burns because humanity no longer chooses restraint. As she spoke, human fleets entered Dravari territory unopposed. Massive warships surrounded enemy worlds while advanced systems disabled communications, navigation, and planetary defenses effortlessly. Human soldiers never invaded cities. They never executed civilians. Instead, they dismantled the Dominion completely, erasing its military infrastructure within hours. Then came humanity's final declaration. From this day forward, any species attacking human citizens will lose the ability to wage war permanently. Humanity seeks no empire, no conquest, and no throne above the galaxy. But we will never again allow our people to die begging for mercy. Across countless worlds, terrified leaders immediately accepted new treaties protecting human colonies and trade routes. Prison camps holding human captives opened overnight. Pirate fleets surrendered without battle. Ancient warrior civilizations abandoned expansion campaigns they had pursued for centuries. 1 year later, the ruins of New Carthage became the most visited memorial site in the galaxy. Species from every corner of space traveled there silently, studying the monument built above the shattered colony. Its inscription carried a warning translated into 10,000 languages. They destroyed our world believing humanity would forgive them. They were wrong. The galaxy finally understood humanity's greatest secret. Humans were never peaceful because they lacked strength. Humans were peaceful because they understood exactly how terrible their strength truly was when unleashed without mercy. After witnessing the Dominion collapse, even the oldest empires recognized humanity had permanently become the uncontested power within existence forever afterward.